And then we have our president of Pathfinder Systems, Larry Hilldore.
I should unmute it probably. Yes.
That helps.
That would help. I wanted to basically, I know everybody knows this for the concrete industry, for obviously concrete block, paver machines, retaining wall machines, but I wanted you to know that we also manufacture a tremendous amount of specialty type equipment, one of a kind type. Customers are always coming to us with something unique that they want to do, and we're happy to sit down with the people, go over it, and figure out exactly what it is they need, design it, build it for them. We do not share that information with any of their competitors or anybody else in the industry. We keep that between us and them. We believe strongly that everybody deserves to have a product line, something that they manufacture that the guy down the street can't make or won't make, and that way they actually have added profits from that. So it's not our business to be telling people what to do, what others have done. If you even just look at this video or the picture on the screen here, this is a product that's actually made in Japan. We're obviously using a robot for the cubing, but you can also see that it's used a core puller because you can see the cores in the bottom of the product. And the reason that we did that is it makes that product weigh approximately 1 pound less than what it does without that. And it was no structural effect to it at all. So at 1 pound less, they're making 16,000 of those units a day. It's 16,000 less pounds of material a day. And so that just happened to be, in this particular case, one of the requirements. But this is a pretty simple requirement in comparison to some of the things we have done. One customer recently, not fairly recently, approached us on a new product that he wants to make, that he actually created to verify it would work, and that was EP Henry. So we sat down with EP Henry and came up with some equipment that would work for his needs. Because Pathfinder Tiger makes both wet cast and dry cast product, this particular case, it was a natural for us to do. I'm not going to show you a video of the equipment for the obvious reasons what I just told you. I'm not going to tell you how other people are doing things, but I am going to show you what the end product looks like. And I actually got EP Henry to agree that I could use one of their videos. So we're going to play that now, if we could, Christy, if you'd play that.
Today we're bringing you here to Bristol for one reason, right? Talk about this project and also about the new cast stone wall. This is a multi-piece system similar to our cast stone wall cut stone. It is a segmental retaining wall. Similar to what you know with the cast stone wall, it's almost identical, just a different face.
I work with lots of different contractors, and they see it and they think that this is all work. And I just wanted to mention the ease of installation with this product and the fact that, it's literally cast on in the kiln to the block. Every contractor who I work with who's built with this product always does the same thing. Like, once they get their base course set, they just fly through the project. That old masonry work on the building itself. In our area in the Northeast, a lot of projects are designed with this look. So this new cast stone wall ledge stone really just nailed it. I mean, you can see it looks exactly like, that old world product that you really have out here in the Northeast. So it was a no-brainer. The existing deck that's on the home now, 11 inches below that is going to be the start of the Bristol stone paver. So there's going to be no obstruction of the view, and these raised planting beds will be enjoyed by those who are sitting on the deck.
There's probably about 12 pallets of the wall block and 16 pallets of the corners for all the piers and the footers that are going in here. The tremendous amount of pier work going in here, and it's going to be a beautiful setting here out here on the Delaware River, and this family is definitely capitalizing on their outdoor space.
That finished?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right, I felt it was easier to show you the product this way than it was to try to describe it. So I hope everybody understands that. But one of the things that's most important to know is when they first started manufacturing it and then they approached us, there were other companies that we worked with to also make this happen. And one of the things we were able to do was to cut the labor cost by close to 70% after we did some of the automation that we did. And actually the efficiencies went close to 100% in comparison to what they were doing before. So it made a huge difference. In plant 2 that they're going to build, we're also utilizing more robots to do some of the demolding and help in some of the other manufacturing to cut the labor even further in this product line. So I thought it was important to show this just to give you a little bit of an idea of some of the engineering capabilities that we have. Obviously, seeing the equipment would be helpful, but if you have an interest in something special, I assure you that we're not going to share it with others. So give us a call. One of the things that I like to do in the travel is that I've been doing over the years is I like to visit facilities that are outside our industry. So as an example, I've gone to a General Motors plant and watched cylinder heads being made. I've gone to Campbell's Soup and watched soup go down the line. Everything you go to has take-home value. And when you have take-home value, those are things that maybe you wouldn't think could be used in our industry, but when you do see it, you do remember it. And I can utilize that information that I've seen with customers to help. And so I find that to be a big asset for me or for Pathfinder to do. And of course, having an engineering department like Tigers helps an awful lot too, because they have a tremendous amount of experience too that they can bring to this as well. So, and having good customers that we can work with. I mean, obviously EP Henry put a lot of effort into this to make this product happen. All we did was help with trying to automate it further and to help with some of the quality. It is a one-piece unit. That's probably the teaser I'm going to give you. Everybody's going to think it's glued. It's not glued. So anyhow, I just wanted to share this with you and keep us in mind when it comes to some of your special needs. And don't think it has to be 100% concrete related either. It can be other things as well. And we'll be happy to sit down with you and see what we can do to help. So I have a feeling Travis probably has some questions.
Well, you said all we did is just kind of sort of help them with their automation. I feel there was more involved than just that.
Yeah, there was. When you sit down with them and you get explanations of what they're trying to do, that's obviously very helpful. But because of our experience level too, we can think completely outside what other people are thinking too, because of the nature of seeing other facilities. So it's fun to do too. I mean, this should be a fun project to do. It should be, first of all, being on time, like we said earlier, helps, and actually having decent drawings to look over and to really be able to fine tune things is really helpful. And especially on a product line that you've never done something like this before, exactly like. So yeah, we're a big part of it. Yeah. We also, as an example, Jandris called us and they wanted a auto infeed for their polishing line. We did that too. And obviously with a polishing line, you got to be very careful with the product, not to chip it, not to cause problems with it. And we were helped with that. There's a lot of customers that fall into that category of all special needs. And then of course, to also have a company that you know is going to be around, isn't going to be gone tomorrow, like you can probably find with some outside firms that could help you with this sort of thing. And also somebody that understands the industry and has the parts support is important too.
That's the only question I have for now. Anything else you want to talk about before we turn it over? I wanted to talk a little bit about our future webinars as well as take some time to answer some questions here. But before I do that, just want to see if there's anything else you want to bring up.
I think that the most important part of it all is just to rely on some, we got really good reputation in the industry of both support and, not only just on the service side, but if you called us as an example, you use the example of somebody on the East Coast is broke down at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock at night. And let's just say it's a shaft that broke. Yes, we can get it to you overnight, but we're also not afraid to send you the drawing of that shaft so you can have a local machine shop make it, so you don't even have to wait for it overnight. And we're not that concerned that you're going to go in the shaft business against us. All right, so we want you up. We have it in our parts department what it costs per minute to be down for a 3 at a time, 4 at a time, 6 at a time board machine, and we know that we don't want you down. So we'll do whatever we can to get uptime. And that's what, obviously because of that, we've got a good reputation out there. And somebody like as reputable company as EP Henry, as an example, would come to us for special equipment needs.
Great. The first question, actually, I might try to field this as best I can. Coming out of Jeremy Anthony, is this cast stone product made in a Bergen mold? And I'll tell you that it's a little bit more complex than that, but certainly Bergen could supply molds for portions of what you saw there, especially that backing, and they can do some specialty retaining wall molds with textures and things like that. But this particular product is definitely more complex than just your standard block mold. Next question we have from Todd White is, how are you getting your technicians in and out of countries like Canada? Are they having to quarantine for 2 weeks?
I can add,
yeah,
Travis. What's interesting about that is Canada, first of all, we are considered an essential business. So we are able to get, write letters to get people in. We don't have a problem with actually Japan going into the Canada as much as we actually do with the US going into Canada. So we have not had too many requirements so far, thank goodness, but we can get people in.
Great. And we'll keep those questions rolling. We're happy to answer everybody's questions, but while we're waiting for those to come in, I just thought I'd mention, we're looking forward to continue these webinars throughout the year. There's certainly a lot of equipment out there that we did not talk about in the hour that we had, or maybe didn't spend as much time on as we could. We want to get a good overview of a lot of different things that we do. But certainly in the future, we're definitely going to be talking about the PS1000 concrete products machine. That's a big board machine. You probably saw it in previous virtual plant tour at Cambridge, as well as kind of diving down deeper into GMM grinding and polishing, some offline processes that we offer, as well as automated handling for offline processes. And that might include grinding and polishing, but as well as shot blasting and other unique product lines kind of that we mentioned here today. And then also kind of getting more in depth into the Model S and Bergen and Mertz and all of the other solutions that we offer. I mean, really, if you want to think about what we can provide, it has anything to do with concrete. And that means everything from ready mix. Obviously, we have a very strong focus on dry cast, but we can even do stuff with pipe manhole bases, tilt up walls, a lot of different automation options there. I am not seeing any other questions coming in. Of course, you guys can give us a call anytime if you'd like to discuss it further. Our office number is 616-395-8447. Of course, many of you know our cell phone numbers individually. Reach out. We got sales guys in each region ready to help you guys. Everybody's experienced, everybody knows the industry and have experienced a lot of the same issues you have and have experience solving them. So we'd be more than happy to help you out.